The unexpected resignations of the chief executives of Nigeria's oil and gas regulators, NMDPRA and NUPRC, have reignited debates over governance and transparency in the petroleum sector. Recent allegations by industrialist Aliko Dangote have intensified scrutiny, particularly around regulatory integrity and accountability. While corruption in oil and gas is a global challenge, Nigeria's case underscores long-standing structural weaknesses, and experts argue that fully sanitizing the sector requires stronger institutional reforms, regulatory independence, and consistent enforcement of the PIA. Joining us now to provide more insight to the incidents of the past week and what's happening within the oil sector is Alex Neyin, petroleum engineer. He joins me now from Warri in Nigeria's Delta State. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, and I mean, I'd like to, you being an expert, get your reaction to what has happened over the past couple of days, from the press conference on Sunday calling out one of the regulators and the resignation of two of top executives of the two regulatory bodies within the petroleum industry. Did you expect it? Were you surprised by it? What were your immediate reactions?
Well, I'm not surprised, and I'm really glad that this is happening in my lifetime, because the principle of crime and punishment must have to hold in the industry for this industry to be sensitized, to be properly organized. For the first time, for a man like Aliko Dangote coming out to throw a bomb like this, I think this is very, very gladdening to my heart, because we have gone through this process of people doing things and going free at all levels in the country. So for a man to come out and throw this type of bombshell, I think this is a wake-up call for the whole country, from top to bottom, to the smallest person. We all see these corrupt things happening. Nobody's saying anything. Today in Nigeria, people take bribe on the road, police take bribe on the road using POS or have people on the standby. What are we turning ourselves into? So the expedient thing to do is for them to resign as they've done. When that happens, the next thing the government should do, create an enabling condition for proper investigation. And subsequently, all those who have been in this circle should be investigated. Anybody backdated to any time, anybody that is found culpable should be punished. Then Nigerians will know we are moving forward. This has stayed on too long. I doff my hat for Aliko Dangote for doing what he has done. Very few Nigerians will do this. A lot of people just stay there. Oh, it is normal. It is normal. We will see what the government is going to do. If the government is sleeping, we will know this time, because this thing must stop. Whether they are guilty or not, proper investigation should be done. And it's good they step down, pay off, go in for a clear investigation, and due diligence should be done. Due credit or punishment should be given. This will send some shakewaves into Nigerians at all levels, because the corruption has become a symbol for Nigerians. For Aliko to come out and spill the milk, I'm really glad that this is happening in our lifetime. We never knew this would ever happen in our lifetime, because we've seen this since 79 came back from the US to this country. We've seen this thing going on regularly from one person to the other, one person to the other. So let's start biting the bullet and do what we do best. This will bring the credibility of Nigerian to the forefront for the world, that Nigeria has woken up. Let the president take the bull by the horn. Anybody going into positions, they should be well investigated, and make sure you have a square peg in a square hole. Thank God the Minister of Defense is gone. There are still others who are holding positions who are not supposed to be there. We cannot do business as usual and expect the country to move forward. So basically, I think this is a good move. It has to happen.
Mm-hmm. So expedience and a step in the right direction, especially when it comes to sanitizing the sector. But we know what was exposed that some are saying triggered it was, allegations of unexplained financial spends, leveled by Dangote against the NMDPRA chief, Farouk Ahmed. But what are the deeper structural issues? We know that, yes, it points to corrupt practices, but what are some of the deeper issues that perhaps even these corrupt practice influence within this sector?
You see, I think they got the wrong thing this time, because the only reason for importation is scarcity. We don't have. So if you go and borrow money and set up a 650,000 barrels a day refinery, it's been expanded to make sure the product is available, then importation should go up. Let the market price come. Any person who wants to import, whatever they want to do, let them spend their money. Not one dime from Nigerian money to import any product into this country anymore. Because that is a drain on our foreign reserve. And some people are benefiting from it, and that's where they make their kill. So the product is here. The man is trying to force the product price down. You're jacking it up. And Nigerians are looking, clapping. For what? Let the free market run. If he says he's going to sell it for 500, 500. If somebody says he can bring and sell for 400, use his money. He should use his own dollar, central bank or anywhere, getting exchange to go and import. No, we shouldn't do that. But I think any attempt to defend what Dangote is saying, get them more implicated. I've read some of the trips around, how money is being generated, how this and all. Those are just bullcrap stories. Let the government, the president, wake up, use this opportunity and do proper investigation, at least for once. Let us see results. And this should be proactively backdated to all others who have been involved in stealing Nigerian money. Some of them gallivanting themselves around. To hell, how much food do you want to eat? That you have to take trillion. Nigerians now, if you steal million, it doesn't make sense. Billion, you have to go trillion. Trillions in dollars too. Because trillions in naira does not make sense anymore. We cannot continue like this. I think this is the right thing that is happening. It will give a good shake to this country from top to bottom. Even the police on the street, everybody should sit up. We're tired. It's a disgrace. We go to the US, people say, I say, Nigeria, you want tourism. Who is going to come here as a tourist when on the street you have police harassing people from checkpoint to checkpoint, from Lagos to Warri? Checkpoint, we counted more than 70-something checkpoints. What are they looking for? At the end of the day, you buy a uniform, give people gun, they use it to terrorize people to collect money on the way. Poor people who are managing themselves to put their kakea in Udu here. Every day, what I see, I get very, very upset. Policemen will come to the road. Some idiots will join them. They'll be extorting Okada with this hardship going on.
So hopefully,
I just think, what?
Yeah, staying within the topic, obviously it's the issue of corruption across various sectors, but we're focusing on the oil and gas sector now, especially with this recent resignation. You have pointed out that this has been going on since 1979, and you have watched it go on within the sector from one regulator chief to another. There have been new appointments, right? Or well, some of them are being screened. We have Saidu Mohammed, we have Ayesan as well. How can we ensure that this means an end to the cycle? Is this just a global issue affecting resource-rich economies worldwide, or rich economies? Corruption is a part of the system of, you know, this sector?
Well, it's not only this sector. The thing is, if you join an organization, the organization has a system you meet. If you are coming from outside, you get into that organization, like those of us who got exposed out in the US working before coming here, a lot of the things we see here, they are clear aberration from what the industry stands for. If you are drilling a well, for example, in the Gulf of Mexico, as so that's 79 or whatever, for maybe 8 million, you come to Nigeria, they'll tell you it's 15 million. What is that telling us? The risks are in place. Everybody is aware. Government owns 60%. The oil companies own 40%. They are the operators. They do their budget, they give to you. You don't even have, even when you have the capable manpower, everything is compromised, they approve. Where in the world do things like this happen? The first time I was shocked to see that that was happening. Where in the world do you do that? Except this jungle here. You are a 60% owner. Somebody's a 40% owner, is the operator. He presents budget to you. Some of those things were fraudulent things. And we compromise because of what we get behind. How do you take $10,000 and let go $50 million? So it's been very, very painful and agonizing to us. 79, I was going to be made the group MD. If that had happened, this country will have heard it clearly. We cannot continue like this. We can't be stigmatized as people who are corrupt. And this is showing. You want to get contract in the oil industry now, you got to know somebody who knows somebody, and it got to be a deal. When we were working, we cannot have a company of our own on the sideline competing with others. It's either you're an employee or you're a contractor. Today, what's happening? Everywhere in the industry, whether from whatever to what, the PIA, the same thing happening. Nigerians have to wake up. This is the mainstay that keeps this country running. And it's been looted too many times over and over. Unchallenged, when they come out, they bury it. This person stole such an amount. After a while, you just see that it's waved off. You won't hear anything again. But this very one that has come out now, let us get to the root of it. At least do something right. We have seen it. But this is the main stake of this country, and we need the right people running it. The people they are picking now, they have good background, but the riot act must be read for people to know it's not business as usual.
And I think what you said is very important. It shouldn't just end with resignations. There should be follow-ups. You said that, you know, before people just hear, okay, this person stole this amount and the person resigns and that's where it stops. Hopefully that is not what we see in this instance. So, I mean, which regulatory bodies are you expecting to follow up with this resignation? So it's not just a cold case or something that ends with resignation and we move on to the next set of regulators.
Well, we have instruments in place that could clear people properly. We have DSS, we have SSS, we have all kinds of security and investigative agents. Then the financial world, Nigeria have found accountants. They don't have to be people inside the system. Hire top, credible people. Let them dig into finances in the industry. It's very easy. Some of us will be ready to volunteer. We have to dig into the details and start clearing this mess, and it's doable. So you have the FCC, you have SSS, you have the police, all kinds of people together. But the bottom line, as long as people work on the price is right, we will end up with the same result. Because whoever is caught, if the price is right, whoever is investigating will look the other side. That's why all these things are happening. How can somebody, you come up and lay an allegation, by the time you know it, nobody will hear anything about it because the price is right. For Nigerians, please let us start doing things right. They say money is sweet, oh yes, but you must earn your living. You cannot do this. For a wealthy man like that to cry out in this direction, it is called, it's a clarion call to this country. We are at the end of it. If we don't do something, there will be a problem. But this sector needs to be cleaned, whether it's NMDPRA Limited, whatever, the operators, IOCs, it got to be clean and sensitized so that we can have benefits. Look at the industry today. If you check into their budget, the security costs in their budget is way out. Where in the world do you do that? Where? Security costs is way out. Who are the people benefiting it? Security agencies and contractors. So they create this situation to make sure business as usual. We can't continue like this. So nobody won't come and invest in an environment where corruption is legalized. It doesn't work. So beyond showing the world that corruption is not legalized here, we are going to deal with it, and anybody caught in the process will be punished maximally.
And beyond the names, beyond the regulators that we see, the names that we see perhaps taking the fall, there are those who are saying there are those invisible players in the sector, the oil cartel, that Dangote himself has said that are probably even stronger than the drug cartel. So even if the visible players, the chiefs, the executives are moved around, the real people benefiting off of the corruption in the sector, the cartels, continue to live on. So how do we begin to address that issue that appears to be, the rot appears to be deeper than what we see on the surface?
Let me tell you, this country, we are all not rotten. There are some people you put in that position, the cartel will disappear. I can guarantee you, the cartel will disappear. We are still people who have integrity. Who are the cartel? They have to walk through these people that have been appointed. If the person appointed refuses to be incorruptible, then we'll see where you pass. The worst scenario, you kill the person. Some of us will make the sacrifice for this country because we have children, we have grandchildren, we have children unborn. We cannot continue like this. So the cartel, they are there, but if you get the right people on seat, we'll diminish them. They will disappear. They have to run somewhere else. They won't be in this country. Because no country runs like this. Nowhere you can do this and continue. We are living. We have children. We have grandchildren. There are children yet to be born to face this route. See the mess we are right now in the country. These are cumulative processes of in-depth corruption that we are not checked and people just wave it. We can't. We can't continue like this. The bubble will burst. And we are getting close to the point where the bubble will burst. Whoever is appointed into this position should stand their grounds and cry out, let Nigerians know. Even if the government try to suppress it, cry out and resign. You send the right message. You go into that job, cartel gagging around, you go to your boss, report, you cry out on the television and resign. That's the type of thing some of us will do. You cannot allow this cartel to continue. So the people going in there should know that they are out there to make sacrifice for this country, not to the benefit of the cartel, because we all realize the cartel, they are there. So somebody who is bold enough to buy the cartel on their head is the people we want now.
And looking at the nominees that have been brought forward, the names that have been brought forward, do you have confidence that these players, Saidu Mohammed, Eyeson Risho, Eyeson, do you believe that they have that integrity, they have that backbone to withstand the rot and the cartels?
I know them individually, but the hardness to deal with cartel, I cannot swear. Because, you see, some of us have worked in this industry, and there are a lot of things that happen. I worked in Port Harcourt as Eastern Operations Manager. Millions upon millions. They brought me from the US, go and work there. You have cartel, contractors who sell themselves into cartel. By the time I say, look, you guys can't do this here, I was threatened. Look, the man here, this is what you do, this, if you don't, they will kill you. This, go and try and kill me. By the time I faced them, all of them disappeared. People were making 80 million naira per annum doing nothing. They went to zero. They went to zero. So the two of them appointed, they are credible people, but I cannot beat my chest and say they will be hardened enough to stand their grounds when the pressure is there. But I just pray they have to. That's what they need to do. Have a big heart and damn the consequences, because the cartel will threaten. I've been in that situation. You get threatened. Say, to hell. It's either who I am, nobody can change me to something else. If they have that attitude, those cartel will run. Whatever they've looted before, they could go and live with it and leave this country to run.
Thank you.
Nigerians should be tired of this nonsense. It's painful and makes all of us look as if we are idiots. We go back to the US, we say, look at your country. I feel ashamed seeing my classmates, Oyibo people. What is happening at these people? What can you tell anybody? But I think if they sit there and decide to bite the bullet, God will guide them to, irrespective of the cartel. The cartel is there, but we've seen cartel before, and we dealt with it. And I think they should be able to.
All right. I think we appreciate your
people to advise them, get some people to advise them and help them to screw down this cartel. That is the way out. And it's not an impossible task. It's not.
All right. Thank you so much.
Let them select some people to help them out. They will do it.
Yeah, we do appreciate your time and perspective and recommendations as well. A veteran, of course, like you, with decades of experience within the petrol sector, as the oil and gas sector as a petroleum engineer. Thank you once again, Alex Neyin.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure.